Monday, July 10th, and I'm finally able to get back into my classroom. It's been kind of a boring past couple of weeks. I've just been a big couch potato watching Netflix, but you know, it's needed sometimes. So I'm just really pumped to get back in. I don't really have like a big agenda to do today. Like I'm one of those people who just likes to go in and get done what I can. So first I'm gonna stop and get some coffee, and then I need to go into Walmart and get a couple things, and then Dollar Tree and see if I can find what I'm looking for, and then I'll be on my way. Hi, can I get a 24-ounce hot teddy bear?
What else for you?
That'll be all.
Alright, $7.29.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so I am in my classroom. Just got here about 5 minutes ago. So I'm just kind of looking around, and as you can see, oh my gosh, papers galore. So that's my first project. Just trying to organize my paper flow, do a little bit of a better job this year. Also, does anybody else watch Netflix or Disney Channel while they do setup? I feel like it helps. I also, like, sometimes I listen to music, but I don't know what it is. Maybe hearing the conversation, I don't know, but just curious. So I wanted to do a little haul. Look at all of these Inkjoy gel pens. These are my favorite. I prefer these over the flare pens. And look at this amazing piece of work. I got this at Costco. Comes with the S Note markers. I've never used those. Just some pretty pocket highlighters, and then some of the bigger highlighters. I just love the colors. Pretty and pastel. Walmart, I found these big giant paper clips. I think these are just so much better. Some magnetic tape, double-sided tape. Okay. I got this idea from Pocketful of Primary. I've been kind of binging her videos the past couple weeks, but she kept an ice pack, not cold, in her desk, and like when a student would need it, she would just give this to them, and she said that it was just kind of amazing that the kids would be okay. They'd be okay with just this instead of going to the nurse. So I'm really hoping that limits the nurse trips. So even though they're not cold, maybe it's just the effect of them being there, and I think they're really cute. Got these from Walmart. And then I found these name tags. So last week I went with some teacher friends. We went to the Schoolgirl Style store up in Michigan, and we went to their warehouse where they sold everything 50% off, and I found these. They're just name tags, but what I'm thinking of doing to use them every single year is laminating them, and then I can just write. I could write still with Sharpie and then just erase with Expo marker. That way I can use them every single year, because we have about 6 classes of students in each grade, so the likelihood of them knowing every single student is very slim. So this is something I failed to do my first 2 years, was give the kids name tags. I mean, even at the end of the year, they struggled to know what students or who was in their classroom. They sometimes couldn't even identify most of the kids because they just didn't take that time in the beginning of school. So I'm planning to do that with these. Okay, it has been forever since I picked up the camera. Here's the update. I have officially went through all of those little bins that just where I crammed papers in. Officially went through, put them in their designated spots. I promise it is a organized mess. I know what I'm doing. During my journey, I have found a gigantic spider. It has somehow, it was over there where that pile of papers is, and I started to walk over there and I seen it. So I stopped. I sprinted to go get this, and by time I got back to, I was gonna throw that on top of it, it was gone. So I have no idea where it is. So I've been literally walking on eggshells around my classroom because I do not want to see this thing again, but I know I will. This is what the progress I've done so far. This is what it will all look like. Just have to keep scooping them into their piles. They're in piles. It's just a mess. But like I said, it's an organized mess. So far, it's coming along. I just really hope I do not run into this spider again, but I know I will. Another table done, top and bottom. It's looking like this one over here. Now the things on the bottom, those are like the teacher's previous activities and things that are just really outdated. Like I wouldn't use any of that to teach it, or to teach, I would not teach any of those things anymore. So I'm just gonna leave them there. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with those, but for right now, they're just gonna stay there. This is what I have left. So, looks like a lot, but it's really not so bad. Those are just, that's gonna stay. Still have not seen the spider. Really hope I don't see the spider. But I'm definitely watching out for it because I do not want it. I have a feeling it's in this big pile. The Kool-Aid jammers I have thrown I threw them at the big piles just to see if it would crawl out, but it didn't. So that's what the Kool-Aid jammers are on the floor. But here is the status. It looks way worse than what it actually is. Also, I have a ton, this doesn't even do this pile justice, a ton of Scholastic News magazines. Now, I love them and I do use them, you know, periodically, but I'd like to use them more often. I don't know for like early finishers, or I'm lost. I don't know how to use them, and I want to use them way more, and I want it to be purposeful. It's not just busy work. So if you have suggestions or ideas on how you use Scholastic News magazines, please let me know, because I'm lost and I would love to use those. That is my trash or recycling, if I can figure out how to recycle. I don't know if the school does it here. I might have to take it somewhere. Okay, I'm going to be honest. While this system seems to be, you know, logically correct in my head, I don't even know if that makes sense, but how I plan is whatever the skill is for the week, or whatever unit we're on. So let's say, for example, our reading skill this week is main idea. I go into my Google Drive and I just type in main idea, and I look at all the different activities that pop up in my drive, or if I bought things on TPT, I just search main idea in TPT and see what activities I have. Then I use like previous years lesson plans just to see kind of what I have done in years past. So that is kind of my process for doing these. I just have them thrown out into different skills. So like place value, graphing. That one is comparing numbers, and I have subtraction, addition, polygon / geometry. Like, that is how my brain works. I can't go unit by unit. I can't go unit 1, whatever. So when you, not that you would ever look in here, but if I were to get out my writing file folder, it is just a big jumbled mess of different writing things. I don't have it organized. Maybe that's something for years down the road, but that is just kind of how my brain works. It's not organized in the file, but I know what's in the file, if that makes sense. So hopefully it will help me this year, because Lord knows I needed something to help keep me more organized with my paper flow. So I think I'm ready for fall, because today I had hot coffee, and last night for dinner I made chili. So that's what I'm having for lunch. I don't know, I think I'm just ready for the fall weather. So over here, I am further putting my file folders together. I know in a previous clip I said that my file folders, I just kind of shoved everything in there, but I feel like with this section, I probably should organize it a little bit more. This section is just test prep for iRead that we take in March. So, I mean, I have different kinds of focus areas, so like ending sounds, beginning sounds, vowel sounds, phonographs, vocab, context clues, all that stuff, and I just feel like I probably should organize that a little bit better instead of just shoving everything into one folder, because then I'll get lost. Like when it comes time for us to really start practicing context clues, I'll know where it is rather than looking through one big giant file folder. So I'm hoping that will help. Plus we also have reading comprehension and all that stuff, so it definitely needs its own space. I don't want to just throw everything in there. And it's probably gonna take a little bit longer, but I think it will pay off in the end, so that's the goal. got that section done. It's over here, nicely organized. For the handwriting, it's kind of hard to write on top of whiteout. So just have to finish going through all the things on here. And then of course the rest of the classroom, but we are slowly but surely making progress. Maybe I'm wanting to be more organized than I think I do. Because also if you don't save your teacher examples, you probably should laminate them. But anyway, sorry, sidetracked. So I'm looking through all my multiplication worksheets, and there's just so many different things when you introduce multiplication, right? You have arrays, you have repeated addition, all the different strategies, and I think it could be really confusing if I'm trying to find something. And I even have, different games for each of the facts, so like multiply by 8 and then 7. So I just want to make sure that, I guess it sounds better just to organize it. This is just candy corn arrays. I have a lot of arrays. I also did a lot on the Chromebooks, so that's probably where most of it is, because this is not even half of it. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna organize it more so by strategy in this case, but there's definitely gonna be tons of file folders where it's just shoved in there because that's all I can do. So here we go. Cannot believe it is taking so long. Like seriously, look, because of all of this. Just this side now. I've accomplished this side minus this, but this is like first week activities. So, oh my goodness, so much to do, so much to do, and I've been here since like 10 a.m. and it's almost 2:30. That was my main goal, was to get this completely done, so that way when I come in next time I can work on my library, and then it's whatever else I can find. I was really hoping today, which I still could. I don't really want to leave until about 4 or 4:30, so it's possible. So I probably need to stop talking and get it done. I have another table done, so I'm down to, those are all completed file folders, so that's why it looks like a hot mess. Again, the things underneath, I don't know if I'm gonna keep those It's old kind of curriculum. And over here we're clean. This area is back to school stuff. I need to sort through it and see what I'm using this year. So I still have the front of the room, which will go kind of fast because it's like subject, predicate, just grammar things real quick. So that should not take long. And then over here, this will take some time just because it's, again, just a fresh table. Still trying to figure out what to do with my Scholastic News magazines. I'm so done with this. This is just management. I'm gonna put it in a binder. Okay, we're almost there. Have about an hour and 15 minutes left. So let's see what we can get done. It is done. Finally, 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 finally. Still have that, but I'm not worried about that. It's 3:09, so I need to put the just small amounts into their own file folders, and then I'm going to put them all away into the filing cabinet. Big weight lifted off my shoulders. After 6 long, excruciating hours, I finally have all my papers put back together in a file folder in the filing cabinet. I'm going to turn around and show you what the classroom looks like. And now it looks somewhat clean. Okay, it's all put away, all in there. Just doesn't feel overwhelming like I did this morning when I first came in. I saw that. I'm not worried about it. My back is killing me from bending over, putting things in the file folders and stuffing them in there. I have so much storage left in those. I still have those two in the middle, completely empty. Half of this one, half of this one. A little bit left in this one, which those are gonna go in there. And then I think I have half of this one, or at least 75% of it, or I'm sorry, 25% of it. So that's great. I don't even know what to do. I should say in these cabinets, those four, it is all basically the same thing. I tried to do what I did this year in binders, but it did not work. I never could find anything. I really only use our language review, our iRead binder, the crunch time. Most of those are empty. And then the daily math review I use. There's some games and things in here, but like I said, most of those are completely empty, and those are just supply storage. So I am going to start putting prizes in these little buckets. I don't know how to organize them or how to make them worth a certain amount, so I'm just gonna put them in the buckets and I can move them around or price them however I want. I have a ton of stuff. I mean, treasure chest full. of things. Just so much random junk. A lot of hand sanitizer. Just so much stuff that I need to get rid of, and I just thought this dojo store was a great idea. So also, I stopped at a Bath and Body Works outlet. I got a whole entire bag of these. There's only 5 in there, but I got $2. So 2 of those, and then each of these were only 50 cents. So I was like, why not? Plus they smell really amazing, and that doesn't even matter. The kids would just think it's really cool to earn anyway. So. Okay, now I have filled my dojo store. Over this way. So I don't have specifics yet on like how much I want to set prices. I could honestly move all these around. I just don't know if I love everything. So in this first bucket is just different, these are crayons, pencils, pens, just kind of things I found like, oh sorry, I wasn't showing it. Just things, oh, scented markers, just things I found around the holidays, and I just thought this was kind of a cool thing, you know, cool utensil bucket. Then over here I have all my hand sanitizers, and here I just have all kinds of, these are just regular pencils. I have all kinds of erasers. They just say cool little things. And then down here, this is like the prizes, little trinkets and things. This is like putty, which I know is scary. Stamps, little skateboards, I know they like those. Some puppets that I found. And then here is the candy bucket. I don't know, I just don't know what to do. I still have all kinds of things over there. In this bucket is all of my, focus on that, all of my animal, like dust pet erasers. Last year I did dust pets. I'm not going to again this year. So I still have all kinds of different animal erasers there. I have some food erasers back behind there. Like I have these nose pencil sharpeners, trash can pencil sharpeners, pens, and those pens. Those are just some little fun things. And then I have dum-dums. I just don't know. I don't know what to do. Still have some things in here. Erasers. These are just bookmarks. But they're winter themed, Christmas themed, so I really can't put those out yet. But should I condense some of this? I was thinking if I did, maybe put some pencils and erasers together, make those one. Or, I don't know. I've also thought to keep the cool like pens and pencil sharpeners, keep those, and then like after Christmas break, just put those on there so that way it's something new and the kids, you know, could get excited because it's not the same thing. So I don't know. Something I will have to think about for sure. I don't really have anything else. I would put coupons, but I do coupons anyway in my classroom because when those are closed, I put I have a little sticker chart, and anytime a kid passes a reading counts book, they put a sticker. Once they fill up that whole chart, they get a coupon. So I don't really want to put those on my dojo cart. I don't know. If you have any ideas, I would love to hear them in the comments. Definitely, because this is my first time ever doing a dojo store. I decided to be something new and something neat, but we shall see. So my last thing I'm gonna do is put my student mailbox file folders in, get those set up. Not gonna be labeled or anything, but at least get those set up so that way I can come in and make labels. And then I'm gonna head out because I've been here forever. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you stayed to the end, I know that this vlog was not super interestingly set up as I was organizing my paper flow, but I really appreciate you guys staying. I learned a lot from my first video, so I hope this one is a little bit better. But please feel free to leave down in the comments any tips or suggestions on how to just improve. I won't be in tomorrow. I am going to IKEA to pick up some things. I might be in Wednesday, and I don't know, I don't really have much left, which is exciting. I need to do my library. I guess I do have some little loose ends, papers here and there I need to put away. And if you have any suggestions or tips for my dojo store, please help me out because I'm lost. I don't know what I'm doing. I think that's it. Please subscribe and like this video. Again, I'm always open for suggestions or tips or things to improve. I have had a lot of fun creating these, so thanks for following, and I'll see you in the next one.